The Russian influence. Classified eyes only, report ID, SIS/11/24/RUS-INF-052. Top secret, UK eyes only, no phone. Subject: assessment of potential Russian influence on Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, and Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex. Vectors, objectives, and threat evaluation. Prepared by Eastern Europe and Russia Desk, in collaboration with GCHQ and Five Eyes partners. Distribution, DG, Foreign Secretary, Select Members, JIC, Palace Security Liaison. This report evaluates hypothetical yet plausible avenues through which Russian state actors or proxies may exert influence over Prince Harry, Subject H, and Meghan Markle, Subject M, collectively the Sussexes. Drawing from OSINT, SIGINT intercepts and Allied intelligence, including NSA and ASIO contributions, the analysis identifies vectors such as cyber intrusions, disinformation campaigns, personal contacts via oligarchs, and media manipulation. These align with Kremlin strategies to exploit Western divisions, particularly targeting the British monarchy as a symbol of UK stability. Russian interest in the Sussexes stems from their high-profile estrangement from the royal family, Megxit in 2020, which provides fertile ground for amplifying narratives of institutional dysfunction. Potential support could be unwitting, through amplified social media or indirect financial ties, or more direct via compromat from past intrusions. Objectives include eroding public trust in the monarchy, fostering transatlantic rifts, and distracting from Russian aggressions. Threat level, medium-low. No evidence of direct recruitment, but the Sussexes global platform could inadvertently advance Russian hybrid warfare. The Sussexes' relocation to Montecito, California in 2020 marked a shift from royal duties to media and philanthropy ventures via Archwell Foundation. Their public criticisms have strained ties with the royal family, creating vulnerabilities exploitable by adversaries. Russian intelligence, GRU, SVR, FSB, has a history of targeting Western elites for influence or disruption. Post-2014 Crimea annexation and amid the 2022 Ukraine invasion, the Kremlin escalated hybrid tactics, including disinformation via RT and bot networks. The monarchy, as a UK soft power asset, is a recurring target, e.g. 2023 cyber targets on royal websites by pro-Kremlin hackers. Sussex-related operations fit this pattern, leveraging their anti-institutional stance to sow discord. Key incidents inform this assessment. 2020 prank calls by a Russian duo, Vovin and Lexus, linked to SVR, posing as Greta Thunberg, eliciting candid remarks on Megxit and Trump. 2020 theft of wedding photos by Russian hackers, exposing security lapses. Disinformation campaigns, including 2019 Megbot networks tied to Russian bots, amplifying pro- and anti-Meghan narratives. While the Sussexes publicly condemned Russia's Ukraine invasion, 2022 Archwell statement, their platform could be co-opted for Kremlin ends. Vectors of potential Russian influence or support. 1. Cyber intrusions and compromat. Russian cyber actors have demonstrated capability to breach Sussex-related systems. The 2020 photo hack from photographer Alexei Lubomirsky's servers, attributed to Fancy Bear GRU, yielded hundreds of images, including sensitive family shots. Hypothetically, unreleased material could serve as leverage, although no deployment has been observed. Support could manifest as non-public assistance in countering leaks or enhancing security via proxies like Kaspersky Lab, and blackmail or subtle guidance on narratives, for example, anti-Western sentiments. Threat medium, potential for escalation if tensions rise. Disinformation and social media amplification. Kremlin-linked bot farms, e.g. Internet Research Agency, have amplified Sussex narratives to exacerbate royal divisions. 2019 Telegraph reports identified Megbot accounts tied to Russian conspiracy sites, obsessively tweeting about Subject M. Recent GCHQ analysis shows similar patterns in 2024 Kate Middleton conspiracies extended to Sussexes, bots pushing #MegxitReloaded, blending genuine fan content with anti-monarchy propaganda. Hypothetically, Russia supports Sussex-aligned squad networks indirectly via amplified posts praising this one's wife and Harry as progressive rebels while denigrating the firm. Bot Sentinel flagged disinformation against them, but some campaigns may be false flags to build sympathy. End. Polarised UK public undermine monarchy's unity ahead of elections or NATO decisions. Threat. Medium. Amplifies existing divisions, as seen in 2022 US midterm influence ops. 3. Personal and financial contacts via oligarchs. The Sussexes' US ties include interactions with Russian-linked figures potentially exploitable. In 2019-2020, they stayed at Millefleur's mansion on Vancouver Island, owned by Yuri Milner, a Russian billionaire with Kremlin connections. Investments via Gazprom funds exposed in the Pandora Papers. Milner, tied to Facebook deals funded by Russian state banks, could provide indirect support, for example, property loans or introductions. In 2020, they considered purchasing a Beverly Hills estate from Sergei Grishin, a sanctioned oligarch with Panama Paper ties to shell companies. Though not completed, such contacts opened doors for elite capture. Hypothetically, oligarchs like Roman Abramovich, pre-sanctions, could funnel donations to arch-well under philanthropy guises, as seen in past royal scandals, for example, Prince Michael's alleged Putin access. End. Financial dependence or favours steering advocacy, for example, anti-war stances, diluted to criticise Western policies. Threat, low to medium. Sanctions limit overt ties, but unwitting facilitation persists. Media and cultural manipulation. Russian state media, RT, Sputnik, has portrayed the Sussexes sympathetically, framing Megxit as evidence of racist UK institutions, aligning with Kremlin anti-Western propaganda. The 2020 prank calls, released via pro-Kremlin channels, embarrassed the palace while humanising subject H. Hypothetically, Russia supports Sussex media projects indirectly. End. Cultural soft power to erode UK influence in Hollywood Commonwealth. Threat. Low. Limited direct impact, but cumulative with disinformation. The Sussexes may serve as useful idiots in Russian hybrid ops, their criticisms repurposed in propaganda. For example, Spare's family revelations echoed in RT op-eds as monarchy decay. Archwell's anti-disinformation work, for example, Ukraine Media Coalition, ironically counters Russian efforts but could be infiltrated. End. Distract from Russian actions, for example, Ukraine, election interference, by fueling internal UK debates. Threat. Medium. Amplifies polarisation, as in 2024 US elections. Objective and ends of Russian engagement. Kremlin's goals are strategic. Destabilise UK institutions by amplifying Sussex grievances. Russia undermines the monarchy's soft power, weakening UK cohesion in NATO-EU contexts. Transatlantic division. Portraying the Sussexes as exiles from a failing Britain fosters US-UK rifts, especially post-Brexit. Distraction and propaganda. Use royal scandals to divert attention from aggressions, e.g. Navalny poisoning, Ukraine. Hypothetically, compromat deployment could force concessions. Long-term elite access. Oligarch ties could yield interest and influence and intelligence on Western elites via Sussex networks. Scale. Opportunistic rather than core. Sussex is a secondary to primary targets like elections. Threat level assessment. Direct threat, low. No evidence of recruitment or classified leaks. Sussex's anti-Russia stance, Ukraine support, suggests resistance. Indirect threat, medium. Unwitting amplification via bots, disinformation could erode public trust, costing millions in palace PR. Cyber risks persist. Escalation potential. Medium to high tensions rise, e.g. new Ukraine offences, prompting targeted hacks or deep fakes. Comparative content, similar to Russian ops against the other royals, Kate conspiracies, or US figures, Hunter Biden. Intelligence gaps and recommendations. Gaps, limited visibility into private communications, unconfirmed oligarch meetings, enhanced with NSA on US intercepts. Recommendations. 1. Monitor Sussex digital footprint via GCHQ for Russian bot signatures. 2. Brief Palace on risks. Advise Sussexes on cyber hygiene. 3. Pressure platforms to dismantle Kremlin-linked networks. 4. Diplomatic engagement to US on oligarch sanctions enforcement. 5. Quarterly updates to JIC. Prepare contingency for compromat release. End of report.